Hey everybody, Odin here. We're about to jump into King Kong, the 1933 classic starring Fay Wray and the eighth wonder of the world himself, King Kong. Now, it's been so long since I've actually checked this movie out that the last time that I did was probably on this sucker right here. It's a Selectavision video disc. Pretty cool little thing. It's the thing that came out before the VCR and the video cassette. And basically you had a VCR that you would slide this into, and when you pull this out, this is just a sleeve, and on the inside of it is a record. And you don't really want to mess with the record itself. That's why they have it to where it just comes out and you never really actually see it unless you have a problem with it and you got to open up the VCR part. They didn't have a lot of memory on these things, so what you had to do is watch half the movie, then you would have to put this back in when the screen turned, I think, either blue or black, take it out again, flip it over, and stick it back in to see part 2 of the movie. It's been a long time, and I'm interested in seeing how I'm going to feel watching this now compared to how I watched it 30 years ago, because when I watched it then, I was a kid. I was very much into this stuff. I loved the claymation. The way they did things in this movie was a breakthrough at the time, and it's going to be cool kind of going back and venturing into the movies that I used to watch in my childhood and kind of seeing from a different perspective, because I have seen a lot of things since then. A lot of updates have been done, such as new King Kongs. Where there was the 1976 version of King Kong that came out starring Jeff Bridges, and then there was the 2005 version Peter Jackson directed, and then you have the one that came out, I think it was 2017, that is currently had in its own universe, and it's pretty interesting. I mean, it's entertaining kaiju kind of stuff with Godzilla involved as well. So let me know, comment below what you think about this movie, and while you're at it, please subscribe, because we drop a movie about every Sunday at 10 a.m. Thanks for coming out and watching, and thank you for every new subscriber out there that decided to subscribe, because we enjoy having you. We enjoy watching these movies, and we like to have you along for the ride. So with all that being said, let's get into it. And lo, the beast looked upon the face of beauty, and it stayed its hand in killing, and from that day it was as one dead. Old Arabian proverb. Which isn't. I think it was written by an actual writer of the film. Yeah, this movie made $90,000 in its opening weekend, which was the biggest opening of all time at that point, which is a far cry from what the biggest opening of today is, which is Avengers Endgame at $357 million.
Carl Denham? Guess that's the name. They say he ain't scared of nothing. If he wants a picture of a lion, he just goes up to him and tells him to look pleasant. And I never did see a ship this size with such a crew. Not enough men to handle it? I don't see where they're going to have room enough to sleep.
There was a lot of exposition in that one little sentence. You kind of figure out what's all going on just in the matter of 2 minutes from these two guys. And we know who Denham is. He's this guy who likes adventure, and he likes to put everything on the line to get what he wants.
All but you. You know I'm square.
Everybody knows you're square, Denham.
It's funny what square used to mean. Square means like, I'm square, I'm a square guy, I'm good. And then square became totally different in the 80s, where it's like, you're such a square. Which I guess would mean not cool.
Hit the B square!
I catch you, you stealer! Now I catch a cop. You like that, huh?
No, I didn't.
I mean, this is great. I mean, we already know that the lead actress is somebody who is desperate. You set up the character beautifully. Why would you faint? Oh, a man.
Taxi!
Found her.
I guess you don't think much of women on ships, do you?
No, they're a nuisance.
Well, I'll try not to be.
You've been on the way already.
Can't really say stuff like that these days.
Denham, he's going to make some tests of me this afternoon here on deck if the light's right.
Tess?
She is not wearing a bra. I never noticed that. Thought that was something that was sort of improper at that point.
You won't find that island on any chart. That was made by the skipper of a Norwegian bark.
Ah, I was about to ask, where the heck did he get all this information?
And got a fairly good idea of where it lies.
Where'd you get hold of it?
In Singapore 2 years ago.
Singapore? Clearly you've never been to Singapore.
Savvy. Ever since the trip I made to Africa, I'd have got a swell picture of a charging rhino, but the cameraman got scared. That darn fool, I was right there with a rifle. Seems he didn't trust me to get the rhino before it got him. I haven't fooled with cameraman since, to do it myself.
Who has the gun now?
You're amazed. You can't believe it. Your eyes open.
Well, I never seen anybody get that amazed. Oh!
But your throat's paralyzed. Try to scream, man. Try.
Be near the island.
We don't see it when this fog lifts, we never will. We've quartered these parts.
don't know why they never really updated this. I mean, I'm watching this on HBO Max, and it's grainy. You think they would have done some sort of HD 4K restoration on this movie by now.
Why don't the old man heave to till it clears?
Take the old man.
I like the music. It's very subtle, just to give that mysterious sort of feel for it. Matte painting. It's a well-done matte painting for the time.
What do you think of that, eh?
Might almost be Egyptian.
Yeah, but what's on the other side of that wall? That's what I want to know.
I don't want to know. Sacrifice? I forgot about this. I don't remember this part of the movie. You're going to be noticed. Oh no, you've been seen. We come in peace. I like how the music's going with his movements. I don't see that as much as I used to, where the score kind of goes with the movements of what's going on screen. I mean, it happens, but it's not as popular as it used to be.
There's the girl there, the bride of Kong.
Great! Find out what they're going to do.
We're going to sacrifice her.
Costco! What's that?
Costco? That's a wholesale grocery store.
Malama potato.
He's offering to trade 6 of his women for Ann.
Sounds fair.
There's off from the beach.
I guess so, but tell them we'll be back tomorrow to make...
Let's back up slowly.
Keep your chin up.
And,
Ooh, she's giving me that I want you eyes.
I guess I love you.
That's a little quick. I guess we don't know how long this voyage was. I mean, I'm sure it takes a little while to get from New York to Singapore. That's perfect. She should have been able to at least make some sort of noise.
Torches going through the village.
Yeah. Looks like the night before election. Listen to him. On deck, everybody! On deck, everybody!
Uh-oh, red alert. It's a heck of a set. It's huge. I mean, for the time, they really had to put out a lot of effort to make this happen. This crane shot, they really put a lot into it. Either that or it seems kind of rough, but at the time, they had some big cameras. It's a long shot. They make it seem so easy to lock that door. Yeah, it's like a model and they ended up the top. Like you can tell, like it was wiggling a little bit. It's not stable. So they're like filming the top of a ridge or something, probably. The roar of Kong, which is actually a lion and a tiger's roar put together and slowed down. And for the time, it still looks pretty good. And I think because it's black and white, it gives it a lot of leeway. Like it hides a lot of the errors. Funny thing is, when you're looking at Kong, you see his fur is like consistently moving around. It's because the model makers that were stop motion would, and when they touched it, they messed up the hair, so the hair would kind of move. Yeah, you can tell that's definitely a model of a person in his hand.
Darkness.
Thinks she's been through here. Look at those broken
Yeah,
branches.
look at that.
I think you'd be able to see the footprint of King Kong. You wouldn't just say, look, broken branches. It's got to be where he went. There you go.
Hey, look at that.
They created depth. Some of it's matte painting, some of it's not. Then you have claymation. That's pretty cool. I still think it looks great. Yeah, it was kind of mean. I feel bad that Dinosaur didn't deserve to die. That's what I like about the new version compared to the old. They didn't kill something needlessly like they just did here.
Logs for a raft. Good idea. We'll make a raft. Come on, fellas, get busy. Come on.
Doesn't seem like the best place to go on a river. Oh, they really built that raft in record time. I wanted to see a montage of them building that raft. Who doesn't like a montage?
We're gonna need a montage.
Uh-oh. They shoot at everything they don't know. It's like a brontosaurus. You shouldn't even mess with them. It's like a big cow. Shit. Killing fools. Well, that raft didn't last long. See if you didn't shoot at it. I think the fact that this is kind of grainy, stuff you see is in black and white, has a haze to it, it really hides a lot of the issues that this movie would normally have. And give these people a hand for making this movie in the time that they did without computer graphics whatsoever. It's just imagination and a little creativity, and they created this, and I think they did a great job. Like this shot right here, it still looks pretty good. You know, for the time, I bet this just blew people's minds. Like in the background, you can tell that is a matte painting. The fact that it's a little out of focus and it's hazed out and that it's blended so well with the foreground. King Kong, of course, that you're keeping your eye on, it kind of takes away from any flaws that you might check out. But looking at everything, it just still looks so good. Man, it's pretty violent, even though that was a dummy. Jeez. And he's dead. Well, they showed everybody plummet to their death. I would think that would be kind of graphic for the time, even though you've seen in a few shots that it was clearly dolls. That looks pretty good. How'd they do that? He must be projected. I'm trying to figure that one out. Maybe it's back projected, because when they have the hands going in front of them, it's nice and crisp and clean. So I bet this is being projected back, like from the other side where he's at. They have a cutout space, maybe. What I do like about the new one is the fight between the T-Rex and King Kong, because there's 3 of them, and it lasts 10-15 minutes. Lasts a long time. But it's a well-done fight. Well choreographed. Timber! What I do like is they pay homage to this in the new one. Same struggle and everything. They even do that as well, which was a nice touch. Hit that chest. Yeah. There's a lot of elements in the shot. I mean, the foreground, you got stuff bubbling, you got water in there in the middle ground, and then in the background, you have the claymation characters walking in the frame. I mean, there's so much going on, along with the smoke that's rising, and the matte painting going on in the far back up the upper part of the screen. It's just a lot going on. It just keeps your eyes constantly moving throughout the entire scene. Like how she disappeared and you couldn't see her until he grabbed her. All that smooth transition from a real person to a doll. She faints a lot. Kind of useless in a battle if she was in one. That's cool how they did that. I can see in the back wall that it's filmed. And I bet she's being held by a model hand, like a huge hand that's the size that can hold her. Because his body's cutting off that one part of his arm. What was that? She just can't catch a break. As soon as they passed him, they turned into dolls. They really took the harder route, huh? I mean, I guess it's not too hard. How did they know there was going to be a vine there for them to crawl down? He's got some upper body strength there to be holding himself and her. The dolls! That shot didn't look good. I'm sure there you go. Put her down. She's capable of running.
I'm all right.
Take this liquor. Oh. I don't think you can hold that back. He's in. Run for your lives. She's old enough to get up and run. Get up! Heck of a way to go. No! Just having a heyday. Just killing the kill. That was an overlaid effect. Well, only took one bomb.
Why, in a few months it'll be up in lights on Broadway. Kong!
the eighth wonder of the world!
He's right.
Say, what's Denham got anyway? Well, it better be good after all this ballyhoo.
Ballyhoo.
And these tickets cost me $20.
Which should be closer to $300 today.
This is more in the nature of a personal appearance, madam.
Well, I never thought I was going to see someone.
Oh, you will. You might even die.
It's the first time I ever had on one of these open front suits.
They call them tuxedos.
That's your story, boys. That's a story, all right. Now, honey.
That's a story, all right.
Now, it's all right. We've knocked some of the fight out of him since you saw him.
Have you, though?
Ladies and gentlemen, look at Kong, the eighth wonder of the world.
A really big gorilla. I mean, that would be pretty amazing to see. I'm not going to lie.
Bravest girl I have ever known.
Cue the heavy music. It's more stoic, I guess.
Get them together, boys. They're going to be married tomorrow.
Nothing bad's going to happen. Chrome steel. Titanium. Run for your lives!
Send the right, everyone. An ambulance is Kong has escaped.
What's a Kong? Don't look out the window. How about you go into the hallway, you know? I'd run out of my apartment. So you get out of your place. That would be horrifying. And Kong goes through some people in this movie. just killing for to kill, you know? Run! Out the front door! It's a heck of a model. I mean, they had to make quite a few buildings for this, I suppose. Of course, Kong is only like 18 inches tall, for real. You can see the building on the right's like jumping a little bit, because everything on the left is a model. What was cool back in the day when Universal Studios first happened in Florida, they had the King Kong ride, and it was pretty great. It was in the 90s. I don't remember when they went out. I think it was probably in the early 2000s they got rid of it, but I wish they still had it because it was all models and it still looked really good. It was practical. I think they have a King Kong ride again, but this time it's like 3D and it's more advanced, of course. But I always like the fact that it looked real as something you can touch.
What? Airplanes. If he should put Ann down, and they can fly close enough to pick him off without hitting her, you're right. Planes.
Dear God, what an idea. The production actually paid these pilots $10 each to take off from the airport. So I guess it was $20 is like $300, so it'd be like $150. Not bad for a day's worth of work. This effect looks good. It's simple. It's him just from a wide shot on climbing the Empire State Building so far away. I mean, this is kind of sad. The death of Kong. I don't want to see Kong die. They do a better job of making you feel for Kong in the 2005 remake. Like you understand that he is something with emotion. This one's just a monster. They kind of treat him as such. Hey, you kind of feel for him. You didn't ask for this. Just like Stegosaurus didn't ask for it when he died in the jungle earlier in the movie. All right, over dramatic death. Oh, ragdoll. She's sort of just the most helpless damsel in distress I've ever seen in movies. I mean, she's probably one of the first damsels in distress, so I mean, I understand where the cliche comes from, but the ladder was right there. She could have like climbed down and walked out the door without no one saving her life. I mean,
It wasn't the airplanes.
it was beauty killed the beast. Classic line. Fay Wray was actually going to say that line in the remake, but I believe she passed away before she had a chance to. That was King Kong, and I gotta say, I enjoyed rewatching that movie. It's been a long time. It was interesting to kind of come back and revisit this movie that I really watched a lot when I was a kid. And does it hold up in my imagination? Not really, because there was it was dated back when I was a child. But at the same time, it's interesting to watch what came before what we have today. Because they didn't have computers, they didn't have the technology that we have now. And the fact that they got to make this movie the way that they did is actually impressive. It's very impressive to sit down and see how they did the stop motion with King Kong and all the dinosaurs and the lizards and whatnot that showed up in this movie. And the fact that they were able to fuse basically live action with models and paintings into one shot. And it really worked. I think it really worked in a lot of ways. The fact that a lot of the reasons why it worked is because this movie was made in the time that it was. Because of that, like the grain, darkness, the fact that it was black and white, kind of covered up a lot of flaws that they had and some of the effects they used in it. So that was pretty cool that it worked in its favor. And maybe if they redid it in 4K, it would hold up as well. But the fact that they haven't redone it in a 4K restoration is probably a good thing, maybe. And it's interesting to see it the way it was back when they actually did it. It probably was redone. I'm sure it is a lot prettier in this version that I watched on HBO compared to the version that I watched as a kid. But that's usually the case for a lot of movies. Anyways, what did you think? Let me know below. I'd love to hear your thoughts on King Kong. And while you're at it, please subscribe. Until next time, see you later.